Hey guys, welcome back to the Barndominium, and we're doing an update video to the last video. Here at the Barndominium, we like to show you the reality, not a reality and reality TV shows, but right, how does it look and feel, and what are the problems with the Cobb house? Hopefully you've kept up with our video and you know that our roof is probably our hardest part with this whole deal, because it's just a single sheet of tin for the moment. But in this winter weather storm, the last video you saw, we were doing pretty good, and that was until the power went out. So we're doing an update. My family is not here right now because we did not stay here at our Cobb house. Hold 1 second and I'll actually get you a thermometer. Here you go. That, hopefully you can see that. We'll kind of, right there. So, then we'll let it reach up here. But that's about 46 to 48 degrees inside the Cobb house. So right, I have a jacket, I have a hat on, and we're doing pretty good. This side of the house is colder. We have more windows that are exposed on this side, and the heater's on the other side of the house. But when the electricity went out in Texas, we left the Cobb house. Our well did freeze as well, so we didn't have electricity or water, but they shut our electricity off, not for 20-minute intervals or 2-hour intervals. We lost power in the Cobb house for 3-4 hours at a time, and that was causing a lot of problems. We were not able to maintain, nearly 50 degrees. And so we chose to go to a family member's house that had a fireplace. And I'll show you what it looks like outside. It is actually better than it was because most of the ice and snow melted today because the sun was out a little bit, and we got to about 38 degrees. I don't know what it is right now outside, but it's got to be at least freezing. The snow is sticking, and so let's take a look at that, and we'll talk a little bit more. Okay, so hopefully you can see as I zoom in here in the darker parts of that tree in the shed here, but it's actively snowing, We're having a return of all the snow, and, oh, sorry, buddy. For most of yesterday, we had freezing rain and sub-freezing temperatures, so I wasn't here, but I did come back in the evening. I've been back here for 24 hours. The power in Texas has been pretty stable. And, I would say for 20 of the 24 hours, we've had power. That's pretty good. When I was in San Antonio with family, we had 2 hours of power in 24 hours. So the Cobb house is pretty livable right now with power. So that's it, guys. Oh, well, how about we mention one thing, right? Our Cobb roof, our tin roof that we have up causes a lot of condensation when it freezes. I think pretty much everybody might know that who's ever used tin. But that was a little annoying when it got down to like 5 degrees. We did have frost build up on the inside of our roof, and we experienced a little bit of dripping. It was only a really serious problem for the TV, so I just threw some blankets on top of it to cover the water. But that was a little bit of another problem as we look how to prevent that, which is probably going to be a radiant barrier of some kind. But We do like the, and I'll show you all what it looks like right now. We've grown attached to this tin roof with the 2x4s and stuff like that, and the way it looks right now. You know, one of our original ideas was to run boards vertically here, all the way up and down, and that's just, you know, it's either a lot of scavenging and a lot of work on the table saw, or it's money, right? I have to go buy actual, probably fence boards or something like that, and that it's just a lot of money, and that puts potentially treated lumber. If I had to scavenge it, some of it would be treated, right? It puts treated lumber inside, and if we put insulation underneath our roof, I just don't like that, you know. I can buy natural insulation, but that's still, I still have to consume that natural product, and we prefer not to. I mean, metal is extremely recyclable. Even natural materials can be less recyclable than metal. So we really want to go for that double insulation effect. And if I do eventually have to put insulation in my roof, I don't want it to be on the inside. You know, you see, one of the things I like so much is because I have those horizontal 2x4s, is some kind of foam board that I could cut with my table saw and lay them in the right size and stuff. But we don't want to put that stuff inside, plastic barriers and stuff, because it off-gasses. I have enough things that off-gas, and I did a pretty natural build. So that's why we want to do that between the roof that you just saw and then the second roof that would go on top of that. So my insulation would be exterior to my roof and house, and so I would not get those VOCs venting down in whatever rate they do. Because even natural products, right? I bought the most natural products, and they use orange oil and orange solvents, right? Natural solvents and alcohol. You know, those, you know, you still are going to have fumes and stuff from those products, even natural adhesives and stuff like that. And that, even though they will dissipate faster, it's still a larger amount of time that I had to take my family out of the cob house and put them somewhere else. So that's it, guys. I hope this was good information about how it is to live in a cob house. And I do mean cob house separate from adobe and straw bale and light clay straw, light straw slip and forming and stuff like that. And I want y'all to realize that this cob house and the way it transfers energy would be more like stone or rammed earth than a straw bale house, because there's so much insulation. In a straw bale house, in a cob house, basically has no insulation. It acts as a thermal battery, and while I run my heaters and I live in this house and I breathe in it and I put humidity in it via my humidifiers, the inside captures those activities and heat, even though my roof is so thin. So those activities keep my house livable. When I could not have electricity, it was no longer livable because I couldn't heat the inside. So there was nothing to keep the cold from coming inside, which would be the benefit of a straw bale house. So that is it this time, I swear. I will see y'all soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.